The person you're seeing on screen right now is no ordinary internet lolcow. In fact, it wouldn't be an exaggeration to crown her the undisputed queen of creeps, and soon you'll see exactly why. If you don't know who she is, then this video is going to be one hell of a mentally disorienting ride for you, because trust us when we say that she has done some of the most questionable things during her time on the internet, and there's actually no end to her disgusting behavior. We're talking about someone who has pushed the boundaries of disturbing on the internet, leaving no stone unturned in her parade of questionable antics. From lying about her Tourette's and autism to interacting with minors on Discord, she's done pretty much every creepy and dumb thing you can think of. Now, if you've been fortunate enough not to come across her, let us introduce you to this creature, Elphaba Orion Doherty.
If I was to walk down the street with you, I'd get f***ing people coming at me. You can't get off my live stream, you're stuck.
Elphaba, born in February 2004, is a 20-year-old TikTok creator who goes by the handle Elphaba Orion Doherty. If you've spent any time scrolling through TikTok, you might have stumbled across her, or at least heard the chaos surrounding her name. Known for stirring up a mix of fascination and horror, she's one of those online personalities that's hard to forget once you've seen her content. However, her time on TikTok hasn't exactly been smooth sailing. In fact, she was banned from the platform not too long ago, and trust us, there were plenty of reasons behind it, reasons we'll dive into shortly. But despite the ban, she reappeared on TikTok as It's Elphaba Orion Doherty. As of now, her TikTok account has 1.2 million likes and over 500,000 followers. Now, this is not a small number, so she has definitely made an identity for herself. However, it's not necessarily for the right reasons. She mainly gained notoriety for her obsession with Elphaba, a classic Wizard of Oz character who was reimagined as a protagonist in a 1955 novel called Wicked, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West by Gregory Maguire. As a young boy, she was actually called Orion. She was once taken to a musical Broadway Wicked, and she got really inspired by the character of Elphaba and started doing various skits singing Defying Gravity, a song sung by the main character of the musical.
Gravity, I'm flying on fire, gravity, I'm flying.
When she was 17 years old, she came out as a trans woman and even changed her name to Elphaba Orion Doherty. So all in all, she has based her entire internet career on this character, doing various skits and even dressing up as her in a wizard hat. Now, you might be thinking, this is not really that bad. Of course, dressing up as your favorite character and singing horribly on the internet isn't that horrible. But this is just the beginning of Elphaba's deranged story. Once she started gaining attention from people online, she also started faking her autism. As is the case with many of these degenerates, the social media limelight got to her head. And the worst part is that she actually landed herself in a show called Autism Got Talent in 2022. She performed on this show with her friend called Jack. Now here's where things get messy. Jack actually has a proper, medically verified diagnosis of autism. Elphaba, on the other hand, self-diagnosed and essentially stole a spotlight that could have gone to someone who genuinely deserved to be up on that stage. But it doesn't stop there. Instead of owning up to her actions, she took things to a whole new level of audacity by blaming Jack for her lie about having autism. That's right. She turned around and pinned the blame on her friend, creating even more drama and cementing her reputation as someone who thrives on controversy and questionable decisions.
Or there's a lot of stuff online that isn't true, unfortunately. People have AI'd
Yeah, no,
me.
I get that.
And I just want to say that I am so sorry if you believe any of the stuff that you've seen online about me. The autism thing, fair enough. I get it. I understand that. But however, this is not an excuse. But my mum actually and I went through a referral with CAMS because I thought I was autistic.
Yeah.
And basically, my mum filled out a questionnaire. She had to be spoken to privately. I wasn't allowed in the room. And my mum had to be asked about my behaviours and stuff, how I act.
Yeah.
And that got sent off. So ever since then, I've been told I have it by my CAMS worker. So I thought when I went to the Autism's Got Talent, I didn't actually apply for it though. That's the thing, because that wouldn't be in my mind in the first place.
Yeah, I saw that.
I wasn't even comfortable going on. But if I didn't go on, I would lose my friend. And I was scared that I was going to lose a friend because I've never had friends before then. And Jack was only my only friend I had. So I went on. And also he said, you don't need to tell anyone about it. I'll say you're diagnosed. I'll write your biography, because I didn't know what to do. I was just like, I was kind of like the person who was just going on. I wasn't doing any of like the setups, things like that, because Jack applied for it.
Yeah.
And because he's autistic, he applied for it. My idea when we were duetting together was Britain's Got Talent. That wasn't Autism's Got Talent in my mind at all.
This is something that you'll see a lot going further into her story. She would constantly do these absurd things and then shift blame onto someone else, leaning more and more into her victim complex. We mean, just look at her go off about how people use her for clout. This is a prime example of Elphaba victimizing herself after getting backlash for her own actions.
Why do any of you think it's funny to hate on me and just to destroy my life? I am done. I'm not gonna chill, because do you know what people do to me? They use me for clout. They destroy me. They try and make everything crazy for me.
The more you look at her, the more you'll realize that she and the other people around her are the most extreme cases of social media brain rot. There is actually a lot of drama surrounding her autism claims, with her trying to dodge the question initially, and then later accepting that she lied about her diagnosis.
Say it's been diagnosed, etc., and like Autism's Got Talent and everything, kind of threw a lot of people off.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
What is the one thing that you regret saying the most online?
The one thing I regret the most is, I think I regret about the Tourette's thing. So I said I had Tourette's uneducatedly, so I remember saying I had Tourette's, I shouldn't have said that.
We'll get into this part later. For now, let's jump back a little bit and try to understand why her content received attention in the first place. At first glance, she might look like just another cringe person on the internet doing skits and singing bad covers of her favorite songs. But no, the story of Elphaba is much darker and sinister than you might think. She actually started getting attention after doing a live video in public, where a bunch of kids stole her wig and started bullying her.
Why do you find it funny to hurt someone like that?
Can I wear it?
Can we move? Can we go, please? Call the police, please. Call the police. Can you call the police, please?
I am.
Now, to people, this looked awful. A trans woman TikTok creator who is just trying to live her life when people bully her out on the streets. After this incident and around this time, she actually got a lot of sympathy and attention online. But things turned nasty very quickly, because Elphaba started doing these lives asking her audience to donate money, saying that she couldn't afford to pay for rent. Begging for money and gifts soon became her usual routine.
I love you. I love my gifters more, but I love you as well. Because they're giving me money, bitch, you know, get that coin, sis, okay? Thank you for the money. I love you. You're a queen. If you support me as well, I love you as well. But they're giving me money, so you know what I mean. I love you, I'm sorry. So, if you give me money, you get more perks. But, you know, who doesn't love money? Like, money's money. Money, money, money. I'm just playing. No, I wasn't actually, but I love you, so...
And not only this, but she also argued with commenters saying that they're jealous of her because she earns more money than them.
It's fine, don't worry, I understand. I feel sorry. No way. Stay jealous that I'm getting more fucking money than your weekly wages, darling. I'm sorry.
She would just go on these lives trying to get money from people and then brag about how successful she is. She also sings horribly, which apparently disturbs her neighbors. But according to Elphie here, she's allowed to sing in her house.
You complain to the council saying that, oh, Elphaba's live streaming. Well, yeah, I'm allowed to in my own home. Thank you very much. I'm allowed to sing in my own home. As are you. Anyone else is allowed to sing. If she wants to sing, she can sing. I'm not going to complain about it. Do you know what I mean? Music, I don't care. Put as loud as you want on. I don't care. I keep myself to myself with neighbours. I don't complain. I'm not a Karen. Do you know what I mean? How many of you are like that, guys? How many of you keep yourselves to yourselves? And that's how it should be. If you want to keep yourselves to yourself, keep yourselves to yourself. Do you know what I mean? You're a star, exactly.
So basically, she doesn't care if anyone is getting disturbed by her loud voice or the fact that they don't want to listen to her cover of Defying Gravity of the 100th time. This shows that Elphaba has absolutely no regard for anyone. She does whatever she wants to do, and when she gets called out, she throws one of her tantrums to get away with it and possibly get more attention for herself. Now, let's come back to her fake autism and how she slid her way into a show that was meant for people on the autism spectrum. So after she participated in this show, she started blaming Jack for her own lie. This gave rise to her first ever controversy on the internet. The reason her lie became such a huge issue is because people actually used to like her streams with Jack. It wouldn't be wrong to say that it was probably the best time of Elphaba's internet life so far.
Oh, oops. Okay. What is that? Oh, come back with you guys. Without a friend, without a face to say hello to. And now the night is me. Now I can make believe he's here.
But Elphie, being Elphie, wasn't very nice to Jack. She would constantly put him down, often crossing the line into outright bullying, only to turn around and play the victim herself. It didn't take long for people to catch on and call her out for her behavior, pointing out the pattern of shifting blame and deflecting criticism.
In it, because he didn't really care, so we used to do that little joke to each other when I was friends with him. So yeah. It's not bullying at all when he's literally showed my actual shit on live stream and showed my room and everything and this and that. And still talks about me and Defying Gravity at Basketball Pride to get my attention.
However, things really took a turn when Elphaba pinned the blame for her lie about being autistic on Jack. For many, this was the final straw, and it seemed it was for Jack too. Their already rocky friendship fell apart after this incident, with both of them going their separate ways. Not long after, Jack appeared online to share his side of the story, shedding light on the situation. He spoke about the constant red flags in their friendship. According to Jack, the dynamic had always been strained, but this particular betrayal was the breaking point that made him realize it was time to walk away.
I'm not sure whether I'm going to post this. I probably will. I don't know if it's going to sit in my drafts or what, but this isn't the easiest thing for me to post. I mean, I don't know if it's right, but I think this account is about rights, about living as who you are. It's about my life. It's about my transition. my happiness. And I think it's really important to know what happened today. I struggle to talk about what happened with Elphaba. For a long time now, I've struggled with just what happened. I've had flashbacks, I've had nightmares. There's a lot of stuff I'm not going to go into because I don't want to damage her. But it happened. Now today I saw Lulu the musical, which I really recommend, by the way. It was really good. And I was sitting with the director James afterwards. We were talking about the trans role, how characters are written, that sort of thing. And eventually we got onto Elphaba, and we talk about how we both saw warning signs in terms of our friendship and the role respectively, and how we were right about those warning signs, and that now that it was all over, we could both move on to, better things. For him, that was getting the musical off the ground and doing a lot more with it. For me, that was like doing what I wanted to do online and just being happy in general.
What's even more shocking is that Elphaba didn't just lie about being autistic, she also faked having Tourette's. It didn't take long for viewers to catch on, as her videos made it glaringly obvious she didn't exhibit any real tics. The whole act felt calculated, and it left people questioning just how far she was willing to go for attention.
24 hours we was with each other, nothing. All of a sudden, she went, like this. And I said, what are you doing? She goes, that's my Tourette's. I said,
Tesco. Thank you for shopping at Tesco.
The person who is exposing her in this video is called Mama Kaz. You might want to remember this person because she's going to pop up a lot later in this video. She's basically one of the main villains of Elphaba's lore. Anyways, as Mama Kaz is trying to point out here, she actually faked her tics in a lot of videos, trying to convince people they were genuine, but the effect was always the opposite since Elphaba is a horrible actor. It's really concerning seeing her and also so many people on the internet faking a condition like this, just for some views. Not to mention that it's disrespectful to people who actually lived with tics their entire lives. Look at this video, for instance, where Elphaba is trying her best to fake tics, but it's just painfully cringe and evident that she is faking it.
Hi!
She was also called out on multiple occasions by multiple people about her disorders, but she always seems to be dodging the question or just flat out lying. Her main response whenever she's asked about her autism, her tics, and whether she has the proper diagnosis or not, is that her GP told her she might have it.
Oh, no, let me say this. So basically, I went to a GP, right? And
I'm not talking about autism, by the way.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no, of course, absolutely understand. So sometimes I have anxiety, right? So I'm diagnosed with anxiety. And basically, I squeak and jitter uncontrollably sometimes. I've done it off live. My mum has seen it herself. And I asked the doctor, is this Tourette's? And they said they're not 100% sure, so they had to put me in, TalkWorks. It's a service. Let me show you.
Before you carry on, can I just say that no GP would have said they weren't sure about Tourette's, because you have to be 12 months having tics to be called Tourette's. So there's no way any GP will have said to you, we're not sure if that's Tourette's. If they thought you had tics, it would be a different story. But there's no way any GP said to you, yeah, we're not sure if that's Tourette's. It's just not, that's bollocks, mate. That's bollocks.
No, I was told this. I'm so sorry. I can show you my referral if you want to see.
I don't need to see referrals, the same as I wouldn't want anyone to ask for our referrals. But I do think that you really do need to reconsider the things that you share and the things that you say, because you are actually hurting a whole community of people in various ways. And time again, you're apologising for stuff and you're not meaning what you're saying. Now, I've seen you on and off my For You page for quite some time, and I steer clear of all the drama, but now you've directly impacted my child who suffers with this disability. It's not a fashion statement, Elphaba.
No.
It's not.
No, it's not. I'm really sorry.
We're not sure if her GP also told her to fake tics during live or take part in a show that was clearly meant for autistic people. We mean the show was called Autism Got Talent, not People Who Think They Might Have Autism Got Talent. If Elphaba was so certain that she was autistic, a proper diagnosis wouldn't have been an issue. She was also called out for faking Tourette's by a mom whose son had a similar condition. And the way she's going on about her GP saying she might have had it is just hilarious. And it also seems like a very bad cover for participating in a show that was simply not meant for her.
Ever say something so disgusting that people thought I would say that. Like, that's so wrong. I struggle with relationships, and I do tend to struggle with, what's it called, like, understanding people. Sometimes I can say, like, the wrong thing and they'll get offended by it. I may not be autistic, but there's a high chance I am. And for people to say that I'm mocking, I'm not. I really, really am sorry about, things that people have said about me and stuff. I really want you to know, truly, that this is hard, man. To get this, and people are out there to witch hunt me and come at me for things, and that's really wrong. I only apologise for that, and I'm sorry for self-diagnosing, and I never will do that again. I never will. There's things that shouldn't be said on live stream, and I have said them. I really have, and that's not okay for me to do that. So thank you for holding me accountable for that. I really appreciate it. I was never mocking it, though. I would never mock that. I know how hard it is, and I can't imagine people with Tourette's who are going through such a hard time right now. That must, man. And you are so valid and beautiful, and I really genuinely mean that, seriously.
Eventually, Elphaba came clean and admitted she had lied about both her tics and autism. But in typical Elphaba fashion, she didn't take full responsibility. Instead, she blamed Jack, claiming he had convinced her to make up the lies. This is where the story takes a messy turn. You see, this controversy was a turning point for Elphaba. It was her first real taste of internet drama, and it seemed to teach her a valuable lesson, not just about accountability, but about how controversy could be a powerful tool to grab attention and boost her views. From this moment on, it became clear that stirring up drama wasn't just accidental, it was part of her strategy. Anyways, this was the end of the Jack era and their friendship. And as we move further into her lore, you'll realize that this happens quite often in her life. Elphaba is just incapable of keeping any real or fake friends.
Loathing, unadulterated loathing.
Back to the topic. In 2023, Elphaba finally admitted she had lied about having tics and autism. She claimed she had assumed she might have these conditions, but never actually pursued a proper diagnosis. She also mentioned she was supposedly waiting for test results, yet, spoiler alert, a professional diagnosis never came. This admission only fueled more skepticism, as many felt it was just another excuse to avoid taking full accountability.
I lied about being diagnosed with autism, correct? And that's damaging.
You think this is bad? Wait till you see this next video where Elphaba seems to be downright bragging about her lie, which is, let's just say, far from being acceptable. It's one thing to lie about it, but being proud of that lie is just disgusting. Just see for yourself.
I'll tell you what I'm known for. So I'm known for lying about autism. And I'm known for singing Defying Gravity. I'm known for having my wig snatched off my head.
I just followed you. Wait, you said you said you've lied about having autism?
Yes, I lied about being diagnosed with autism. But I'm in the current wait for a diagnosis. So yeah.
And what was the reason for that?
Well, I wanted people to understand me. Because no one was understanding me, and I was already in the waiting list, but I was undiagnosed autistic. So I'm still undiagnosed, but I'm in the current wait for a process with it. So it's not like I've just said it for views. I'm actually in the current wait for it. And then when I get the diagnosis, I can show everyone. But the diagnosis is like a 4-year wait. So you've got to wait 4 years, darling.
Yeah, that's a...
I'm told you, I'm just honest.
I feel like
I wouldn't say that about myself, but I would, because it's true. I did lie about autism, you know. I take accountability for my shit, you know what I mean? Not many people do that. You know what I mean? I do generally take accountability for shit I've done. I did lie about autism. So yeah. And, you know, I'm sorry about that, everyone. But, you know, I'm in a current wait for it. And when I get my diagnosis, you'll see. I think it's quite fucking clear I'm autistic as well. Because when I was in a meeting, well, not a meeting, but like a therapy session, I was told I had traits and they wanted to put me forward because of my special interest to Wicked. And my stimming, so they saw a few traits in me. I mean, singing Defying Gravity 20 times a day for the past 12 years is not a normal thing.
In this live stream with a creator called Jacob, she basically starts yapping about these things she's known for and blatantly admits to lying about having autism, as if it were something to gloat about and be proud of. This kind of behavior actually gives a clear indication that Elphaba was never really sorry about anything. She thinks of this whole fake autism situation as a controversy that made her famous, pretty much like the wig snatching incident. Not only this, but we also notice that this person is extremely delusional. Just watch her checking herself out non-stop.
I've done it both ways. I've done it wrong and I've done it right. You know, I say my mind, that's the problem. People don't like me saying my mind. I'm very blunt, so I can't help it. Like, I'm generally just like, oh my god, my hair is stunning. Sorry. But like, you know, oh my god.
Emily, Kayla.
Hell yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take down my friend's number.
No, of course. Oh my god, my hair. My hair's growing, girl. It's just growing. Holy shit. She's growing. Sorry, guys. I'm just very shocked about my hair right now. Not gonna lie to you.
Yo, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Nah, it's chill. Don't worry. Like, I'm just, you know, I'm a chill person when people get to know me, truly.
And guess what? Elphaba also thinks that women don't like her because she can steal their men. We mean, how delusional can a person be?
I think they see me as competition. They might steal their man. It's okay, babe. I know. I have to try and make it a competition. Because I've already won. They're intimidated by my presence. Honestly. They're intimidated in some sort of way.
So she thinks that women see her as a competition. Meanwhile, she's just openly and hilariously getting rejected on live streams.
Sorry.
What are you working on?
Well, do you think you look good in that?
Yes.
Well, then that's all that matters.
All the questions. Right, so...
An easy one to crack.
Okay, so I take it you're not interested.
Interested with what?
This has got to be the most cringeworthy, awkward video on the internet so far. But this isn't Elphaba's only cringe moment. There's actually a whole lot of it, and probably a whole lot nastier too. For instance, this one.
No. This ain't just like lettuce. That's fine, honestly, lettuce is good. Well, at least I'm healthy for you. At least I can say like, I'm always a side salad. Do you know, I can say to man, I'm always a side salad.
Or this one, where she walks in on Chelsea's live stream with literally poop in her hand.
Yeah. I just got overtook by a cat.
Josh.
Eight.
Yeah, have we got a bag? Oh, Alpha, sweetheart. I just had to look at that, sweetheart. Affected. Put it in a carrier bag, sweetheart.
carrier bag. I don't have one.
It's in a plastic thing, guys.
Yeah, have you got a bag for it? Have you got a plastic bag here with all any of these?
Yeah, I've got one.
Because you need to take it out.
And while we're on the topic of pooping and farting, even though we really don't want to stay in this topic for long, let's talk about Elphaba's personal hygiene situation, because this is definitely something that has been talked about a lot. As you might have guessed from her greasy hair, makeup-laden face, and disgusting head lice, she's not a very hygienic person. She doesn't take showers for days, she smells horrible, and she even admitted it herself, she hasn't brushed her teeth in weeks.
I got a £12 toothpaste. I've had it for like 6 months, but I bought it ages ago and I've refused to use it since, but I'm going to use it. I'm going to start using it now.
Moreover, she often farts during live streams, which is just disgusting. Just a disclaimer, we're going to show you some really nasty things right now.
Okay. It needs to be like... So that was... I don't know what my neck and my back is. It sounds wrong. I'm going to put it on and I'm going to hear some of it first. No, don't do it. Don't put it on. It's offensive. So it's my farts. Oh, it's offensive. Okay, I'm not putting it on then. Right, you have to choose something else. Aaron, you have to choose a song that isn't offensive. Go for it. It's offensive, apparently. Nah, that... I just looked at the description. It's offensive. No, it's too crude for TikTok. There's kids watching me. I'm not doing that.
She also doesn't shower very often and gets told off by her mom, Maria, for it. For instance, in this video, her mother tells her to go take a shower instead of straightening her hair.
Okay, I'll straighten it.
That would improve it.
Right.
Why don't you just have a shower?
Well, I had one the other...
I know, I just haven't got shampoo, but I'm just got shampoo again.
I had one... That's added on to the bullying now. Thank you, Mum.
And not to mention her gorgeous hair that she's so proud of. Yes, they're covered with bugs, dandruff, and whatnot. And guess what? She has the audacity to defend it. During one of her live streams, she actually showed the top of her head to the people and tried to convince them that it was not head lice and just dandruff.
Not moving, they haven't got legs, look. I'll show you. People are just taking the piss out of me now, it's kind of rude, to be honest. Look, it's dandruff.
Elphaba's obsession with her hair doesn't just stop at admiring it herself. She wants everyone else to be as captivated by her bug-infested locks as she is. During a live stream, she even asked viewers if they liked her hair, only to sulk when she got honest responses that weren't exactly flattering. It was a classic case of fishing for compliments gone hilariously wrong.
Anyway, my supporters, do you like my hair? Did some hair, thought I would do this. Did my hair like a nice little kind of crimpy style. Yeah, no one likes it. Alright, that's fine. Love the grease, alright. That's so nice of you. I need that off. I need that off. I'm sorry, I just need that off. I honestly wouldn't wish anyone this kind of hate in their life. I honestly wouldn't. it makes me want to just cut all my hair off and go back to normal.
And let's not even get started on the ear mite situation.
Oh well. This mascara is a lackluster thing. The right ear. What do you mean? Oh, that. That's not. No, that's not. That is. What is that? I don't know what that is. Well, it hasn't got legs, and it's not an ear mite. It's makeup. Oh my god, it's mascara. How has mascara ended up on my fucking...
There's just so much to unpack when it comes to her hygiene. It is extremely disgusting to even talk about, let alone see it. While you might think this is as bad as it can get, you are wrong, because Elphaba also apparently pees in a bottle for whatever reason. If anyone knows why, then please comment down below, because we are totally confused as to why anyone in their right mind would do that. But we did come across this very unfortunate picture on Reddit. And finally, we can't talk about Elphaba's hygiene without mentioning the infamous scabies situation. She's admitted to having scabies, but instead of treating it properly or staying home to avoid spreading it, she's out and about as if nothing's wrong. Whether she's shopping, trying on clothes at the mall, or just roaming around in public, Elphaba seems completely unbothered by the potential health risks she's creating. Unsurprisingly, this has led to plenty of tantrums and meltdowns on her part, most of which could have been avoided if she'd just taken the necessary steps to deal with the issue.
It's so warm today.
Are you paying together or separately?
Oh no, separately.
This one is £26.
Well, that's pretty much her normal behavior.
But what else can I do? What else can I actually do, okay? Show that I'm weak, show that, like, oh, I'm going to allow you to say that to me. No, I will not let you say anything like that to me. None of you will ever say that to me without a fight. I swear on my life. You're going to tell me to go kill myself, I'll fucking defend myself back. Because no one on this planet Earth deserves that. And on top of that, I have not put hundreds in danger, thank you very much. It's not the coronavirus. Scabies cannot kill you. To an average person, thank you very much. Whereas COVID can. Scabies is a very unpleasant thing to have. And no, there was no one pregnant near me, okay? No one was pregnant near me. I said to the people beside me, I am recovering from scabies. I have the cream on, I'm sat on the seat, can I sit? And they're like, fine, that's fine. As long as I didn't contact with them, it's all good. So, I am entitled to go where the I want, thank you very much. Because I will not be sat in a box and be controlled by people and be told what to do like a child. I am an adult, okay? You will not tell me what to do, any of you. You're not in the spotlight, I am, and that's the difference. You can pick on me all you want and you can destroy me all you want, because look what I've done. Yeah? I have thrown my food everywhere. Everywhere. In anger. Because I can't destroy anything in here because I'll get charged for it. So all I can do is destroy things like that of mine. Because I'm angry. And that was my first bet, okay? And I have every single right to be angry. I have every single right to be angry because you know what? No one should endure this amount of hate in the world.
According to her, she is an adult and she will not be confined to a room. Also, she thinks that scabies isn't fatal, so she deserves to spread it however she likes. Well, she didn't exactly say this, but she did rage out a bunch only because people were telling her to stay home. Moving on, Elphaba has actually been involved in a lot of scams. Yes, as dumb as she may look, she has actually scammed a lot of people on Roblox, stealing their gems. But this is not it, because Elphaba also likes to charge people for taking pictures.
I know. Right, I've got a little update, okay? With the charging £5 thing. Do you want to hear it? So I've come to a decision, right, where
with the £5 thing, I'm going to be doing it in the streets, not at venues. I've learnt a new law today, and basically I was charging outside smoking areas, right? But I found out a new law, you're not actually allowed to do it without permission in a club. So good to know. So if I am actually in the streets, there we go. There you go. But you know what, I'm going to lower the price. What do you think I should lower it to? Because it has to be money. £1? £1 a photo, I think that's fair. Because £5 seems a bit much. £1. If I'm walking by, quid. Do a £1. Can you do a quid? Can you do a quid on a card machine though? Can you do that or not? I don't know. Free? No, I can't do it free. Right, and the reason why I say this is if I didn't have crowds of people coming to me for photos, I would be doing it for free all the time. But I get annoyed. I get really annoyed when people come up to me sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just want to go and buy a sausage roll. And people come up to me like, can I have a photo? I might just want to get a sausage roll. I just want to get a train. I just want to walk. I'm sorry, I don't like it sometimes. Like when I get followed as well.
She showed her credit card reader to the audience in a TikTok video explaining her payment process. However, it backfired on her since people were pretty sure that she was probably not authorized to have a card reader in the first place. However, she wasn't sorry about it as she later joked about signing the famous card reader. Again, it's almost like she's trying to brag about it. It's very evident that she is actually proud of all the controversies she has managed to land herself into.
This top is famous because someone dressed up as me and they wore the same top. And they did to I remember it was like to fight, and this was the top. Crazy. Also, I found my card reader. Should I sign it? Someone. Found my card reader, guys. Do you want it, babes? I've got the famous card reader. I know. Yes, everyone's been talking about that for years. The famous card reader over there. I was thinking, like, I just might as well just sign this shit and just give it to fans, innit?
Anyway, the card reader period ended, and thankfully it wasn't seen a lot after that. However, the most interesting saga of Elphaba's life has got to be the boyfriend period. Yes, as hard as it is to believe, Elphaba managed to find herself a boyfriend in 2023 after desperately trying for so long to get a date.
I have no one to talk to otherwise, do I? It's just like, I can't get a boyfriend, and it's literally annoying. And it's not funny, because it's not funny. It's stupid, it's actually stupid, but like, I don't have a boyfriend. And it's horrible. I'm talking about my feelings. Am I not allowed to talk about my feelings? Am I not allowed to talk about how I feel? Am I not allowed to talk about who I am as a person? Am I not allowed to go through what I go through in my daily life? Am I not allowed, babe? Just going through like a mental health phase of like, why am I even... No, I don't want to say that. It's just going to trigger people. I literally... Like, I can't say anything on this platform. I literally can't, because I can't tell how you feel. Elphaba, why don't you get off the app? Well, I have no one to talk to otherwise, do I? People saying the truth hurts. No, the opinions hurt, babe. The opinions hurt. That's the difference. It's never the truth, it's people's opinions. That's what people forget. Like, you just have to shout to get it out there. Because if you don't shout, no one's going to listen to you. So I have to shout to say it because no one's going to listen otherwise. And it's absolutely hard because people don't believe in them unless you shout.
But let us tell you that this relationship was far from cute. It was downright embarrassing. Just look at this live where she's going on and on about how awesome her boyfriend is, while he says absolutely nothing in response.
Y'all was so quick. Oh my god. Run while you can. Run. Run away.
Only run on treadmills.
So I'm in Manchester for 6 nights, chilling. I never in my life thought someone would actually like me. Like, seriously. He doesn't care about my skin.
He's just so lovely. He gave me this way. Give it an hour.
Give it an hour. It's been 2, mate.
It's been like, way
it's been
too.
a month or 2 actually, though.
Yeah. So all the hate is I don't have anyone.
Suck out.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit like...
And then there's this live stream. A confusing moment featuring Elphaba, her boyfriend, and some girl no one seems to recognize. It's one of those situations where you can't help but wonder what's really going on. Trust us when we say that there are some truly baffling things happening in this live stream. It is just really, and there's no other word for it, uncomfortable to watch. Just see for yourself.
That's what I meant to say.
Touch it off. I'll just undo it and touch it off. I didn't expect to use a brush. I didn't even know that. That's why they didn't have to say. Oh, yeah. I didn't know that. What did he say? Right, okay, yeah.
What's your
favourite thing about Elphaba?
Everything. You can't choose one. Why would I choose one?
I'll show you, right.
Kindness.
It's makeup's so versatile, isn't it? Look in this.
Sending squirrels, my love.
Is your lip in?
Oh, freaking out. Yeah. That was not a good frame.
So I do it.
You do your underwear. Wait. I keep forgetting.
While Elphaba is casually doing her makeup, her boyfriend and the mystery girl are off to the side, acting a little too close for comfort. They're laughing, leaning in, and generally looking way cozier than you'd expect. Meanwhile, Elphaba doesn't seem to notice, or maybe she's just choosing not to react. The whole thing had viewers in the chat spiraling, throwing out theories and asking a million questions. Is it drama? A misunderstanding? Or just an awkward moment caught on camera? However, not very long after this livestream, the truth came forward. Because this wasn't the only most interesting part of Elphaba's lore, but also the shortest. Well, it lasted for a whole day, and then Elphaba announced that she and her boyfriend are breaking up because social media exposure is interfering with his personal life.
I'm going to have to talk about a few things. It's quite serious. I'm going to turn the comments off. So, we've unfortunately had to not carry on because we've made it public, right, that it's now affecting his personal life, and we can't carry on. We should have just kept it private. This is why I don't like relationships online. Online relationships do not go well. They always end so quickly. I kind of wish I just kept it private, but, you know. So, I'm single again. I can attach to people quite quickly, though. So, I feel a bit like, my emotions a bit with.
Seeing this clip, you might actually start feeling bad for her. But don't just yet. The next part of her story will explain why she really doesn't deserve any sympathy. Elphaba's actually been accused of talking and interacting with minors on Discord. There have been some really legit proofs against her.
Do you think, if any of you thought I was a pedophile, do you think I'd be displaying these behaviours on TikTok live as well? Because paedophilia, I've looked this up, right, I've done research. Paedophilia is a disorder that can't be helped. It is a genuine attraction to children. And it is, yeah.
A creator on YouTube called Complain actually made a video on this topic, presenting all the proofs, including this video of Mama Kaz exposing Elphaba.
They were once in a group chat with Elphaba on another platform, not on TikTok, and Elphaba thought it was acceptable and didn't know that it wasn't okay, listen to me very carefully, to touch her crotch, to fiddle with her crotch, while talking to kids that are underage, okay? I can't even believe I'm saying this, alright? This is sickening, this is grooming, this is everything that is wrong with this app, okay?
And if this is not enough, Elphaba has also sent some really explicit voice notes and videos to minors that have now been leaked.
Hey. You excite me a lot. You know you got a really hot face, hot body.
This is extremely disgusting behavior that couldn't be justified by any reason. However, this doesn't stop Elphaba from making weird excuses and even calling 101 saying that the voice notes were AI.
Haven't seen you in days. I've actually enjoyed it, to be honest. Why haven't you been on TikTok? Now, this is the thing. People say, take a break, Elphaba. I did. And then something ridiculous happens. It's crazy. So, 3 days off the app. People try and frame me for something I haven't done, which is crazy. But just always know, I will never, ever be on a dating app and DM you. And also, if you see anyone that's pretending to be me, make sure to report them to the app. Report them. Report any account you see of my face. I promise you, report them. Report them for me. Just for me, baby. Okay. What I've been praying for are people just AI me. People like to, people have been AIing me on this app so long. Do you know what I mean? They've been doing it for ages. So, it's just kind of a situation where it's like...
While she urges her followers to report fake accounts and reassures everyone that she would never message minors, her actions on live streams tell a very different story. Despite her claims, she's been caught making questionable statements during her lives that leave people scratching their heads and questioning her sincerity.
The definition of a pedo is having sex with a child.
This proves that Elphaba has no idea about the seriousness of her crimes. And it really doesn't matter how much she denies it, there is plenty of proof for Elphaba's predatory behavior. For instance, this video of a TikTok creator.
So this was the reason why I was blocked from Elphaba on TikTok. Let's go. So he was trying to join an app called Lolcow that I was on. I had about 400,000 followers on it. So he reached out to me and tried messaging me, so I replied, and he just wanted to join the agency I was with so he could get paid to post and also to go live and earn more money as you would on TikTok. I don't even remember how, but he ended up joining a group. There was like 4 or 5 of us. There were mainly girls, so they ranged from 13 to 15 at the time. We were all just friends, just hanging out, talking about the app, talking about people on Lolcow, so nothing unusual. And then somehow he ended up joining, and listen to what was said.
I genuinely thought you were allowed to do it because I saw other people doing it, and I was like, they weren't banned for it, so I was like, why not try it? And I got banned for just touching my crotch. I didn't actually show it, but okay.
He saw other people doing inappropriate things in front of kids on a live streaming app, yet he thought it was okay because they were getting away with it.
I was just having fun, and it's like, I swear like he's like an 80+ thing anyway, so I got banned for a year, by the way. Yeah. Lol. I'm gonna probably start another Lolcow. I'm banned for a year on Lolcow for that.
I didn't know it wasn't allowed though, that's what I didn't know.
He was trying to say he didn't know he wasn't allowed to touch himself on a live stream in front of kids. Also, you can see what he was saying. He was talking about wanting to speak to Indians because he was the H word, and yeah, it just didn't make sense. This is what I knew of him before he changed into this and blew up on TikTok.
So apparently, before spreading disgrace on TikTok, Elphaba was actually a part of another platform called Lolcow. She was banned from this platform for touching her crotch on a live stream in front of kids. Well, if that's not completely and utterly creepy, then we don't know what is. However, the drama doesn't end there. She has also justified and even celebrated the fact that she's talked to minors when she herself was 17. This means she can't get into trouble for this because she was technically a minor herself.
I don't have any memory of this, but even if this was true, those dates, right, I was 17, so I'll be classed as a minor.
Even though she was just 17, she was talking to children way younger, almost 13 to 14-year-old kids, which is very disgusting nonetheless. After listening to all of this, we are sure that any shred of sympathy you may have had for this person would have vanished. Because Elphaba truly doesn't deserve it. She lies constantly, celebrates the gross fact that she was 17 while talking to 13-year-old kids on Discord, and lies about disorders to gain attention. She is buried deep in controversies, dramas, and petty feuds, all because she has discovered the art of seeking attention. Elphaba thinks that by engaging in these fights and live wars, she's going to stay in the limelight. But no, all of these controversies actually got her banned from Pride.
I have some news for you. I will be performing at Brighton Pride at the Bar Broadway. I'm very excited. So, if you want to come, I will probably, I won't be Elphaba. I won't be dressed green. I will be, probably in a gown or something with my longer hair at the time. So, I'm very excited to announce that I will be performing, at Brighton Pride.
She made a video on TikTok announcing that she'll be performing at Brighton Pride 2023. This caused a huge outrage from people. The Pride community didn't want anything to do with Elphaba, especially after what she had done so far. Pride is a legitimate and genuine representative of the community, and the people of the community didn't want Elphaba to taint their reputation. Their outrage, at least according to us, was pretty fair given that Elphaba had lied in the past about being autistic and having tics. She's been involved in pretty sinister things like talking to minors, and not to mention that she transitioned immediately after the pedophilia allegations. Therefore, there have definitely been some speculations as to whether she was faking being a trans person. Always, in the end, public outcry led to Elphaba's performance being cancelled and therefore her infamous breakdown, which is just on a whole new level of insanity.
Unfortunately, due to backlash, I will not be performing anymore at Brighton. Thank you so much for putting up for me. Thank you so much. Things up. Much! People are gonna laugh at it though. Of course they are, because everyone laughs at me. Everyone laughs at me! So I'm just gonna sit here and obviously be more live because I gotta get money, haven't I? You just want me on live. You don't want me doing anything but on TikTok. Smash everything up. And no, I cannot control my anger, so don't tell me to try and control my anger because that makes it worse. Stay away from me. I can't do it anymore. I don't find it funny. I know some of you are laughing right now, but I don't find it funny. Because I generally have mental health problems, and when you take that away from me, I can't do it anymore.
Well, we hope you get the point. Next up in her story, we'll talk about some of her feuds with past friends, CLA, Evil Queen, and live streams with Mama Kaz. We're mentioning this part at the end because it's a little all over the place. There are hundreds and hundreds of random live streams floating around the internet in which Elphaba and these streamers are going on live battles to see who earns more money during the live. CLA, also known as Chelsea, used to be Elphaba's friend.
Yes, darling. Oh, darling. Shake it, shake it.
He's a beast.
He's got a big bundle. And it's real. Make me think go to Turkey for this. Absolutely.
For example, I don't sleep the whole day, right?
Yeah.
I stay up. I get so, like, chatty and so, like, less anxiety.
Oh, is it?
I don't know why I've got it.
Oh, I'm the opposite. I start getting...
I mean, DM me if you relate to that, because I don't actually, I actually don't understand that myself.
Pass out.
Yeah, like, really when I'm not slept, it's like, okay,
In one instance, CLA was even asked by some strangers on the street if she was Elphaba's mother Maria, and she hilariously reported yes.
Elphaba's mum. Am I what? Elphaba's mum.
Elphaba's mum, absolutely, darling. All right, darling. Yes, darling. Chelsea Leon.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome.
Can you take it?
Me?
Yeah, I feel like you'll be better. Yeah.
Okay.
Their friendship was far from healthy. If anything, it was downright weird and toxic. At one point, CLA invited Elphaba to London, only to kick her out shortly after, citing Elphaba's unhygienic habits and her own need for personal space. It was a dramatic fallout that perfectly summed up their chaotic dynamic.
It's too much for me. I'll be a nice person, this and that. But really, Chelsea, who the got your back? You know, when things go wrong, who's got your back? I can't really deal with it. Put my mental health, what's it like for Chelsea if, if we're putting on Chelsea's trying to set a business up? Are people thinking about my mental health, or are they just thinking about the blood clot self, darling, and not really thinking about cool? I've had enough. My poor son's got no money. I need to go and pay my boy some money. Paying for other people, are you mad? I don't care no more. I've had enough, I'm too generous. Let people stay in my yard. For what? What are you getting out of it, Chelsea? Views on your video on TikTok? People don't think about me. I've got mental health. I've got a disability. I'm in a small place. Yeah, I'm in London. Let's use Chelsea. She's in London. Yeah, we've got Chelsea. Yeah, but really deep down inside, do you really like me though? Do you? Or do you just think, you know what, Chelsea? I'll just take the piss with you, like take a...
Honestly, from what we've discovered so far, CLA is the kind of person who deserves a separate video on herself. But for now, we're going to keep it short. All you need to know about her is that she was a friend of Elphaba. She invited Elfie to live with her in London and then kicked her out. But then they made up yet again. It's just really confusing and weird with both of them trash-talking each other on live. Just see for yourself.
What happened? Speak your mind. You want me to speak my mind? So basically, I went on live stream, spoke about, I went on Chelsea the Arts live stream, and I just said, like, my mind of, like, having to be, like, leaving at 3 a.m. in the morning, getting kicked out, and having to go to the hotel so quickly and stuff. It was just horrid. Then to be threatened and stuff in, like, in her home, and then being shouted at, it was so horrible. And then she kept telling me to come back to her flat all the time,
Another person worth mentioning in Elphaba's chaotic story is Mama Kaz. Much like CLA, she started out as one of Elphaba's friends, or at least something resembling friendship, but later became one of her biggest enemies. If you're new to the bizarre world of Elphaba's lore, it might be hard to imagine these two ever getting along, let alone being friends. But believe it or not, there was a time when they weren't at each other's throats. The relationship between Elphaba and Mama Kaz seemed shaky even in the best of times, and it didn't take long for things to unravel. Their friendship turned sour, with tension escalating until it became full-blown animosity. There have been numerous live streams where Mama Kaz is practically ripping into Elphaba.
Horrible, and you're like trying to yap. Come in person, talk to me. You know what I mean? Come at me. You're the one who actually makes trans people, and like, you called me a witch, darling. You oh, come on!
Say of you knows exactly like
keep going. Come on! You're a horrible person. Keep getting involved in business. And most importantly, you're just a cloud chaser. Cloud chaser!
CLA, yeah? The same
you're a horrible person. Copy people. And you're a cloud chaser. Most importantly, remember this, darling. Remember this. You are going to say the most horrible things one day and you're going to get cancelled.
This gives you a fair idea of what their live streams were like. In the one we just showed you, Mama Kaz and Elphaba are just raging and swearing at each other while CLA is just shimmying in the background.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry for losing it on live, guys, but I will not have people bully people for the way they are. I'm being called a witch by her, so she...
NOW. She's got roots with her, darling. So don't ever think you can do this, because you know I'm a G, you know, I'll bust you all up. Don't even try it. Don't let them make you cry. You're beautiful. Look at you.
You are beautiful.
They're jealous
okay?
of you, Elf, because you're beautiful. They're jealous of you. Jealous. These are just small people, a small bunch of people. They do exactly the same to me. Look what they're doing to you.
I feel like crying. Oh my gosh. It's okay. Oh, it is. Oh, Alpha, please.
The live stream eventually spiraled into such a heated and disturbing mess that Elphaba ended up crying, with CLA swooping in to console her. To be fair, there's a lot going on in these lives. Most of the time, it's a battle for money, with everyone trying to climb the leaderboard. Watching these streams could probably give you a serious brain rot, so we'll do our best to keep your sanity intact and break it all down for you. Mama Kaz is the one who consistently calls out Elphaba for her actions. Whether it's faking disorders or interacting with minors, she often joins the live battles, asking Elphaba tough questions that push her to the edge. More often than not, these confrontations lead to Elphaba completely losing it, making for a chaotic, uncomfortable scene that has fans on edge.
Let me know when you're ready.
Alright, guys, I want you all to be watching this, okay? Before I play this, it is sickening. It generally is sickening and it needs to stop. Remember, this isn't the first time, guys. Please, 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 when you watch this, keep in mind that, you know, I was the one that exposed and she got caught out for talking to underage people while fondling herself, talking about things with underage kids in group chats, okay? So that's already come to light. Then we've got her following list full of underage people. Then we've got people that gift her full of underage people. Then she's been caught on other social media sites engaging with underage people. Enough's enough now. In my eyes, you're displaying predatory behaviour and it has a detriment effect on the community that I support and represent. So yeah, that's it said. I want Amy, my darling.
It looks like Elphaba didn't stop after she was caught befriending children on Roblox. She's now been caught adding children on Movie Star Planet. Here is proof a 15-year-old boy added her. Now we wait to see if she adds back. What a surprise, she added him back, when his username has 2010 in it and his bio has 14. She keeps standing near the boy and then dances in front of him. She then asks kids for star greets, which you have to pay real money for. This second child says he has school tomorrow, and Elphaba added him as a friend.
In this video, Mama Kaz is again exposing Elphaba for befriending teenagers and continuing with her creepy, deranged behavior. She's also accused Elphaba of stinking and having a very bad hygiene in general. Judging by the things that we've seen in her live streams and videos so far, this does not even look like an accusation, but a fact. However, in 2023, Elphaba did something that we never thought she was capable of. She apologized to Mama Kaz.
Mama Kaz, well, we were friends, and I was kind of, well, I mean, we were in and out. I mean, I met her first. We were kind of like a team at first, like against Evil Queen. Do you remember that? We were friends, a team, we were vibes. You know, we actually had some good live streams, to be honest. But the problem is, things got a bit like drama-y with other people, and I just kind of like didn't like that necessarily. And I really enjoyed our friendship, but it just wasn't, like, it didn't feel real. It felt very TikTok-y. So that's all I can say, really. And I was just a blunt person on the podcast and said that she gets involved in too much drama, and I was honest that day. I was very honest. And I'm so sorry if that came out like a bad way, but like I just said that about her on the podcast, and that's what caused our friendship to fall apart, unfortunately. And that's a personal apology to Mama Kaz. Like, I am sorry that you took that the wrong way, and still am. But I'm a blunt person, and that's something I can't help.
As is very evident from Mama Kaz's reaction, this worthless pile of an apology was neither accepted by Mama Kaz nor the audience. And the simple reason for this is the apology itself. She's basically saying that the friendship didn't work out, and that she is sorry because Mama Kaz felt bad. This is a proof that Elphaba never really takes accountability for anything, and somehow she always finds reasons to blame other people for her faults. The same thing happened with Jack, where she started using her victim complex and claimed that she wasn't the one bullying Jack, but it was the other way around. Meanwhile, the entire internet could see who was bullying who. And trust us when we say that this is the case with almost all of her friendships. She is just unable to keep a friend. Another odd thing that we noticed while digging into her lore was that she didn't only apologize about her business with Mama Kaz, but also a lot of other things during this time. It seems like December 2023 was the apology month for her. On the same day she said sorry to Mama Kaz, she also made a video addressing all of her lies, including Tourette's, autism, cancer, and whatnot. Just see for yourself.
I'm so sorry for things I've done on TikTok in the past, you know, because it's just. I've caused it on myself, really, some of the hate I've had. But then there's there's so many people out there that just frame me and lie about me for views. It's just, that's the stuff I don't with. I hate that shit, you know what I mean? But, you know, I can be an asshole, I'm sorry for that. And the reason why I'm an asshole is because I'm depressed. I am so depressed sometimes.
Even when Elphaba tries to apologize, she somehow manages to turn it around and shift the blame onto others for whatever's happening to her. But moving on, let's talk about some of the more recent developments in Elphaba's saga. In 2024, things took a hit when her club booking got unexpectedly cancelled, which led to a decline in her finances. In response, Elphaba posted a video announcing that she would now be following people back for just £4. It was a bizarre attempt to make money, showcasing yet another strange chapter in her ongoing quest to keep her online persona afloat.
I'm getting off live, I'm getting all the gifts tonight. Oh. I'm gonna sit for corals for now, so if you definitely want to follow from me on TikTok, you want me to follow you? Because everyone comes up to me. Sit you for.
However, the most recent Elphaba drama that has kept people occupied is her feud with Evil Queen. If you haven't noticed yet, she's the girl who keeps popping up in almost all of Elphaba's videos.
Look on my name, and she jumped up as if she'd reacted to something, the way she would if the door knocked or something. But everyone said there was no knock, there was nothing. And so I'm a bit freaked out, because imagine not being able to hear anything. So I went to check the windows and everything, because I was paranoid then.
How? I've been to the doctors about it.
What?
Have you been to the doctors about it?
Have I what?
Yeah. Been to the doctors?
Yeah. I've been to the doctors, yeah. I've got antibiotics for the ears, antibiotics for the mouth.
The exact cause of their fallout remains unclear, but it's safe to assume it likely had to do with the same thing that always drives these dramas: fame and views. Whatever the reason, their fallout was messy, with some truly bizarre and petty accusations being thrown around. One of the more outlandish claims came from Evil Queen, who alleged that Elphaba had slept with her own mother, and her mother, Maria, was now pregnant with her baby. While we don't believe for a second that any of this is true, it's absolutely revolting. To sum it up, no one really knows why they're fighting, but they clearly are, and it's all playing out in the most absurd way possible.
You're nothing but a toxic individual. And you know that, and I'm not scared of you one bit. You may be the evil queen, but I'm the wicked witch. Sorry.
It looks like both Evil Queen and Elphaba are playing the drama game for the views. Since Elphaba's popularity has been steadily declining since the start of 2024, she needed something to put her back in the spotlight. And what better way than to stir up yet another controversy? These ongoing fights have become her primary source of entertainment, and unfortunately, the fuel keeping her internet career alive. For Elphaba, the drama seems to be the only thing that keeps her relevant.
To my decision, and I choose not to be friends with Evil Queen anymore, which means I will not be talking about Evil Queen on my live stream out of respect. If she continues to talk about me on her live stream, then that's on her, and then you see. But I won't be talking about her on my live stream anymore. I'm terribly sorry to Evil Queen. It's just the things you've done in the past to me, and seeing you in the voice notes and saying like, oh, you don't be friends with me, you've signed your death warrant, metaphorically speaking. I just feel like you got me all this stuff, these clothes, these things, to boost yourself. Because the things you've done in the past have been unforgivable, and now you're doing this for your pages, people seem to have forgotten all the things you've done in the past as well. So you used me as a scapegoat and clickbaited me by buying me stuff, I think. In that voice note, it sounded like she was going back to her act, and that's what did it for me, and I was like, I don't want to. I was warned about her in real life by a lot of people, so I'm sorry, I'm not involved. I want to focus on my real good friends who are with me, like Demia, all my other friends, real good friends.
However, the recent livestream with Evil Queen was way nastier than we can ever imagine. After CLA invited Elphaba back, she and Evil Queen did a live battle, and Elphaba was also there. Let's just say that things got very dirty very quickly.
Me, right?
Oh, isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, but she's getting a lot of hate now because I
love all the hate. Elphaba, tell them what Miss Red said.
Miss Red is actually on my side.
About
Jenny Johnson.
What did she say?
She says that she disagrees with Jenny Johnson's actions.
Yeah, in regards to
me being called a
doxed by Jenny, and she's not associating with Jenny anymore because she's trolled Elphaba and doxed and everything. Thank you, Matthew, and she's seen enough evidence to satisfy loves.
So respect, Miss Red. I will say that.
Yeah, she said. Yeah, she said about the whole Jenny situation. So she's not talking to Jenny no more.
She's just.
Evil Queen started bullying Elphaba loudly and said things like she hopes she gets essayed by every man she meets. She spoke about Elphaba's genitals in a generally gross behavior. This went on until a friend was able to book a hotel for Elphaba at 2:30 in the morning, at which point she took an Uber and left. EQ gave the location of the hotel and told supporters to call and cancel the reservation.
Lied about autism. You lied about having Tourette's. You lied about being essayed.
Tony,
you lied
thank you,
constantly,
thank you. I love you.
over and over again. You don't love anybody. You love nobody.
I love you.
You don't love anybody. And it's only £4,000. You get your vocal surgery. It's £4,000.
I love you.
£4,000 it is to get your vocal surgery. Thank you, Stevie. It's £4,000 to get your vocal surgery. 4,000.
You're amazing.
So stop telling them it's 20 grand or whatever, because it's £4,000. 4,000.
Just let her. You've got to get strong. She can't.
Okay, fine.
She's joking.
Okay.
No, Chelsea, it's £4,000 to get your vocal surgery. She's saying it's more to people when it's £4,000. Thank you. It's 4 grand.
Yeah, try and lunch and try and show Nick. Go look it up. Galatoplasty as well. 4.5.
It's £4,000 to get it done, love. I know. I've had it done myself. It's.
If you dig around a little bit yourself, you'll soon discover that there are countless videos like this floating out and about. If you're interested in watching the entire drama, you can check it out. But since this video is about Elphaba, we're going to keep it straightforward and simple. However, one thing we'd like to tell you about Evil Queen is that she might actually be worse than Elphaba and CLA combined. Elphaba has done a lot of bad things, sure, but the things she said to Elphaba are no way near acceptable. And Evil Queen goes on live stream and says something completely dumb like, I am doing this to repair Elphaba's image.
You can see, can't you? I never do nothing for no reason. So the smart people are the ones who say, yeah, you know what I mean, I know exactly what she's doing and all that. I'm repairing Elphaba's image, you know, and
like I'm gonna go and meet her on Friday, and we're gonna go on night out. So imagine the transfer of viewerships and stuff. So like obviously I don't need her for clout or any of those things, but I'm gonna naturally gain from that. And I actually enjoy my friendship with her as well, so it's good for me, my platform too, you know what I mean? So I don't ever think that I'm just like this silly person, or that of course I know what's going to come with it, with linking up with Elphaba. You know, we'll have all the content, all the views, we'll be all over the FYP, so it's a really big deal for my image and stuff. And if I link back up with CLA, that'll be another big thing. So I'm literally just thinking in a long term, and I want to provide content.
At this point, the whole situation is just beyond bizarre. It feels like these people's minds have been so consumed by social media, clout, and the pursuit of fame that nothing in their lives seems real. Not their friendships, not their feuds, nothing. The audience is left completely confused, unsure of what to believe anymore. And that's a big reason why Elphaba's repetitive behavior is starting to feel stale. Whenever things start to calm down, Elphaba seems to find a way to insert herself into yet another controversy or feud, no matter how fake or fabricated it might seem. It's like she thrives on drama, and at this point, it's all become one big blur of chaos. But 2024 doesn't end here for Elphaba. She actually hit a lowest low in April 2024 when she appeared online and said some really disturbing things. A trigger warning before you move forward to the last part of the video: it might contain actions and behaviors that you might find disturbing.
Exactly. You won't. You won't, because you're a coward. You're a coward. Message me, Emily, nothing's going to change, babe. Everyone hates me. So what is actually the point? What's actually the point? I am so exhausted from being strong. Everything. I'm just tired. And you know what? I'm getting everyone hating on me, and I'm very triggered right now. And I just want to die. So let's do it. Come on my live and do it. And I'll happily do it to myself. No, I won't stop. Because you know what? I have been through 3 years of people trying to dox me, call me stuff that I'm not, frame me online. I want that to end. I am so done with it all. I'm really done. I don't care if my mum's watching, Mum. I'm done, Mum. I'm really done. Coward. Molly A. No, she didn't, darling, because she said she would show her face and she's got chocolate buttons ready to see it happen. Well then, show your face, say it to my face, say how I'm gonna do it, and I'll do it. But no, I'm not gonna show my face. You're a coward.
So basically, she just appears on live and says all of these horrible things and is maniacally inviting people to watch her die on live. This isn't just one of her normal dumb scandals. This is actually very concerning and disturbing behavior that might trigger people who are sensitive to such issues. And while Elphaba has made some serious mistakes, no one deserves to harm themselves. This makes it clear that she needs to step away from TikTok. The platform seems to be rotting her brain, pushing her to blur the lines between reality and attention-seeking behavior. Everything she does feels like it's for public validation, and the constant pursuit of fame from such a young age has clearly taken a toll on her ability to discern right from wrong. But that's not even the worst of it. She's done even more alarming things this year, including going live with a knife pressed to her throat. We'll show you the blurred version of this clip, but if you'd prefer to skip it, feel free to fast forward. It's a disturbing sight, to say the least.
Any other thing?
No one deserves to die for that, do they?
Okay. Okay. You think I'm scared of you, love?
Yeah? I'm really done. Put it down! Put it down
Stop!
The fact that Elphaba wasn't banned after doing something like this on live is honestly absurd to many people. For a lot of viewers, it seems like a glaring oversight. They believe that for both her own well-being and the mental peace of everyone else involved, Elphaba should be banned from social media platforms. Her behavior is not just alarming, but also deeply concerning. And some argue that stepping away from the online spotlight might be the best thing for her to regain a sense of reality and stability. In conclusion, the ongoing saga surrounding Elphaba is a deeply troubling reflection of the dangers of social media fame and the toll it can take on one's mental health. From her bizarre attention-seeking behavior to the unsettling controversies she continuously finds herself in, Elphaba's online presence has become a spectacle that many can no longer ignore. The constant drama, fake claims, and disturbing actions, such as her threatening behavior on live streams, reveal a person who has lost touch with reality and is struggling to distinguish between what's genuine and what's just for the views. While it's clear that her actions are troubling, it's important to remember that no one deserves to harm themselves, no matter how many mistakes they make. That's it for today's video. If you liked it, then don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Also, comment down below what you thought of this video. While her actions are troubling, one thing is clear. No one should ever feel the need to harm themselves for the sake of an audience. As we witness this ongoing chaos, we must ask, should social media platforms be held accountable for allowing such behavior to continue? And more importantly, is it time for Elphaba to step away from the spotlight for good before the damage becomes irreversible?